Hey there, this is Joe Jurec, growth leader at CultureShoc. We're just finishing up our podcast studio for the Into the Storm Leaders podcast that launches next quarter. But I wanted to pop in for a moment and talk about the millions of dollars in unused funding and grants, and you're probably eligible for some. If you've been looking into EOS implementation or developing your emerging leaders, one-on-one coaching for a high potential person on your team, and cost has been a barrier for you, there are ways around it that you're probably not exploring. And I get it, you might not have an enormous research team that you can send to go find all of these things. I'm going to show you how to do so in less than 5 minutes using Chat GPT, an open AI platform that if you've not yet explored it, I'd highly, highly recommend you spend a few minutes. Look for OpenAI or chat.openai.com. It's going to take you to a screen that looks like this once you register. It's free, you don't put in a credit card, anything like that. But the idea is it scrubs or scrapes the entire internet, or at least a lot of it, to give you an educated, informed response. So think of Google if it was more intelligent. Now, what I first started with was I'm a small business owner in Ohio looking to implement EOS and enroll my team in leadership development programs. What grants are available to me? And often you don't get exactly what you want in the first response. You've got to nurture the AI or drive it a little bit by telling it more about you. The brilliance of it is the more you feed it, the smarter it is and the better recommendations it can make. So in a case like this, at a high level, was things you've probably heard of: Ohio Development Services Agency, SBA, Ohio Small Business Development Centers, Workforce Development Board. Cool. If I want to get more specific though and say the program I'm looking to enroll my team in is provided by CultureShoc, what are 10 grants or financial assistance options available to me? And sometimes you'll get a response saying the AI can't give you exactly what you're looking for, but believe me, it still gets us pretty close. So again, mentioned SBA. This one comes up a lot though, and you'll see more about why in a moment. The Ohio Incumbent Workforce Training Voucher Program. This came up because we've had a lot of clients express desire or need and then have hurdles to the financial aspect of enrolling a team in a program or implementing something that'll help you with hiring fit and role fit and things like that. So we'd heard from a lot of other implementers and just strategic alliances that we have out there that their clients had tapped into funding. Every state is different. This is a great starting point. I would encourage you to take a screenshot of what I'm going through here and explore some of this for yourself. I'm not the one who provides or maintains all this information, but I'm telling you, I know from my previous life, millions of dollars go unused every year, and they're created for a reason. It's so you can tap into them. Just don't know about them. They are scattered all over the place. So we've got quite a few additional things mentioned here. Great. These are a little too high level still to really do anything with. So let me get more specific. What are my best options to pursue getting between $20,000 and $50,000 in free funding to develop my workforce using a third party of my choice? Here's that Ohio Incumbent Workforce Training Voucher Program coming up again. It says the max reimbursement amount is $4,000 per employee with a max reimbursement per employer of $200,000. That's a pretty healthy training budget if you ask me. There's quite a few other ones, and you also see like private foundation grants coming up quite a bit. So I explored that further. And I gave it more information about me as well. I said, I'm an eye care business in Cuyahoga County, Ohio. I have 20 employees, annual revenues under $5 million. What additional details can you give me specifically about obtaining funding? And here's where, again, it expands on that incumbent workforce development or training voucher program, gives me a few others. And I say, which private foundations near me offer these types of grants? So now, in addition to seeing a really healthy option that I can explore and I may be eligible for, I can now look at these lesser known private foundation grants that I may be able to tap into as well. So again, feel free to watch this again, take a screenshot, go into OpenAI or Chat GPT yourself and mess around with it, see what else you can find. But if you embrace tech like this early, you can get out in front of the pack. And I know there's some people who really need these things and want to work with us or somebody like us to strengthen their culture, to improve their workforce, to get better retention, better performance, and better well-being of your employees. well, you've got a way to do it. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. Otherwise, I wish you the best, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.